Hi friends, this is Miss Lissa, and today you're going to explore circles some more. But before we begin about making the art, I'm going to show you some art that other artists made exploring circles. Artists have been using circles in their art for a really long time, and there's a lot of reasons why they do that. What do you think? Does a circle feel sharp and angry, or does it feel peaceful and harmonious? Does it feel like things coming together, or does it feel like things are separating? This is a painting by an artist named Sonia Delaunay in 1930. It's called Circular Forms. He painted this in France. In fact, his wife, Sonia Delaunay, also was painting circles. She painted this in 1939. She really liked circles. She painted them many times. Here's a few more of her paintings. What do you notice? Why do you think artists use circles in their work? What do you think? Now you're going to have a chance to use circles in art. Now, I know that with Mrs. Morrison, you looked at circles and used your imagination to change them into new things, which is awesome. Today we're going to talk about doing circles of different sizes, circles on top of circles, circles overlapping, circles inside of circles. And so to do that, you're going to need a piece of paper. If you don't have a fancy piece of paper like this, any piece of paper works. You're going to need to have pencils, pens. You also need to have circles. Don't just get one. You want to get different sizes, and you want to be able to go around them. So this one is a little tiny baby little circle. And then we've got a bowl, which is much bigger circle. Remember to ask a grown-up before you go collecting things. I've got lids, nice different size circles, almost the same size, but a little bit different. Tape for circles. I got an inside circle and an outside circle. More lids. I even have this big colander makes a circle, and then this lid to an old thing that I got out of recycling that makes a circle. So I've got lots of different circles. Box of crayons. If you have crayons, that's awesome. I have a big box of markers. If you have markers, that's awesome. If you don't, it still works. You can still do this. I even have watercolor. If you have that, that's awesome too. So you want to think about circles on top of circles, circles next to circles, and circles overlapping circles. So you're going to need your paper, pencil. This one has a better eraser, and circles to draw with. Now, unlike when you worked with Mrs. Morrison, with these circles, you are going to do circles overlapping with other circles, circles on top of circles, circles that might be even bigger than your paper. And you're going to outline them on your paper. If you like it, now you're going to decide to go over it in a marker, something darker than your pencil. Looking at your art and keep deciding what lines you will add, and you can even add lines that aren't there yet, like this. Circles inside of circles are called concentric. They start in the middle and go out. Circles can overlap circles. One can go on top of the other. If you get done with this, you could leave it. You don't have to copy mine. You can do your own. Or you can add patterns and colors. Something that happens over and over and over and over is a pattern. You can go back and add more circles. If you want to, you can even add other kind of things like colors. Think about what colors go good next to other colors. So I just put something they call asparagus green, and I can read that right there, next to this light green. And so I'm thinking I want to put something really bright next to that to make it stand out, like maybe this orange. And if you are lucky enough to have at your house markers like this, or even watercolor paint, that's a super neat thing to add as well. So watercolor paint, here's my water, here's my paint, and I just go over it. Here's a green. Remember, the more you pet, the darker the paint gets. If you don't have this, don't worry about it. But then you can even add watercolor paint. When it dries, I can go back on top of it with more crayon if I want to. Remember, if I want to get a different color, wash your color out in between, and then go ahead and get a different color. Now, friends, do you have to fill this in with color? No. Do you have to do the whole thing with color? No. It's your choice. What I want to see you do, though, is I do want to see you have circles that overlap on top of other circles. I want you to see how circles have a relationship to one another. I want to see that you can trace circles and make them look round. So today you are going to be tracing circles, overlapping circles on top of circles, and having circles next to circles. If you want, add colors and patterns. Okie doke? Okie doke. Bye, friends.